Hi there, guys. So I just picked this toilet up today, and it was kind of a last-minute marketplace find. Actually, I did watch it for a couple days, but I've just cleaned these up, and they weren't bad. So it's a Douglas Gloria. There's a couple of these on YouTube, but they seem to be pretty rare. It doesn't have a full cover for the whole flush pipe, but it has this escutcheon that covers the spud. That's kind of nice. It had just a cheap pressed wooden seat on it. I got rid of that. Everything looks good. I haven't seen any cracks. And here's the tank. Isn't that cool? I'll take the lid off and you can see inside. Okay, now the lid is off. And I still have to clean in this tank. What I'll do is I'll use a Scotch-Brite pad and some Barkeeper's Friend, and I'll get all of this rust out of here. I'll take the parts out first. But it's glazed on the inside, as most all tanks from this time period are, so it should clean up very easily. And I got a 400A in there, so I'm guessing this toilet was used within the last 30 years. And a Douglas style flush valve, of course. And so here's the way that flush lever works. That's what it looks like on the bottom. There's a pivot with a bolt that goes up through the bottom. And to flush the toilet, you just reach back and pull that up, and it just pulls a piece of wire through this little hole. It goes all the way down, and that's just wired around this big brass rocker. And so that works the whole thing. And you can see that plug right there is where that pivot point comes through. So that needs a rubber washer to seal, and I'll probably take that apart at some point. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll keep that flush valve or not. These things can get brittle and they can break, but it's got a little split there on top of the brass, so I might replace it. I have more of these anyway. And I'll build this tank back in proper brass, all brass parts. I won't have any modern fill valves in there. Not in something like this. I mean, they're great, but you got a toilet from 1928. It's got to have brass in the tank, in my opinion. But this thing is awesome. These tanks are heavy too. They're about as heavy as a bowl. Probably 60 pounds at least. But yeah. Now I have seen, there is a Douglas, well, I think both of the Glorias that are on YouTube have a tank with a flush handle right here. Now I have seen other Douglas tanks with that handle, so maybe that was just an option or something. They probably made both styles at the same time. It just depended on what you ordered. But I think the thinking with this one was that you just reach back and flush the toilet. And the cool... Let me put the tank lid back on. I'll have to build some kind of a stand to mount the tank on so I can test flush this at some point. I don't know when that'll be. I would like to hook it up and shoot some video with it. But cool story behind this toilet. I got it for free, first of all, and it's a 1928. But I picked it up from a lady, and she told me that her great-grandfather was John Douglas, who was the man who started the John Douglas Company. And she said that John Douglas invented the Douglas flush valve, and most of her relatives had Douglas toilets in their house. She did not have one in her particular house at this point, but somebody gave her this toilet. She said she thought it was in her grandma's house at one point, a long time ago. So this toilet actually came from a member of the Douglas family, the John Douglas family, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I kind of wish it was elongated, but I don't know if the Gloria was made and elongated at all. That if you gave it an extended lip, maybe that would make it a Stratford. I'm not sure about that one, but anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to set this up at some point, and when I do, I'll shoot a video and let you see it flush. Thanks for watching. Bye.